Hello and welcome to Physical Therapy, a movie podcast inspired by the world of physical media and beyond. My name is Kurt.
My name is Sam.
On today's episode, we are celebrating the Christmas week with one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time, Tim Burton's 1992 Batman Returns.
I really forgot how much of a legitimate Christmas movie this one is.
Also has like a lot of Christmas nostalgia, I feel like, because these toys were so important to like Christmas morning. I feel like the right perfect pocket of like childhood Christmas morning lined up with these toys.
Yeah.
That for me, it's just one of the greats.
Attack penguins or bust, dude.
Hell yeah. When Kim and I watched it, I was like, I had that. I wanted that. I had that.
I watched it with my friend Emily, who was around when you were freaking out that you didn't buy the Attack penguins the last time you were in Portland.
Yeah, Sam and I went to like a vintage action figure toy shop and they had the Attack penguins that I had as a kid, sealed in package, and I walked away from it and then couldn't shut up about it for like 2 days.
Only to message the guy on Instagram a day later to see if he would open the shop so you could go buy them.
And he did.
And he did.
And then I got on a plane, flew away, the happiest boy in the world.
But I was like, okay, so those are the Attack penguins that Kurt wouldn't shut up about.
But first, Sam, I had a lot of deliveries this week. Maybe we kick it off with some confessions.
Sure. Yeah.
I got an Orbit order that included maybe the greatest double feature of all time that I can't wait to do, which is Anaconda on 4K, the original Anaconda from the 90s.
Okay, hell yeah.
And The Grey, the wolf movie with Liam Neeson. A little creature double feature. I think I'm going to back-to-back those. I also received The Killer, John Woo's The Killer, which is such a gorgeous package. I can't wait to see that movie.
So you still don't have your version of Hard Boiled, right?
Correct. Hard Boiled, which is another John Woo movie that came out in the same Hong Kong Cinema Classics line from Shout, had like some shipping issues or some like stock quantity issues that at least Diabolic was experiencing, Diabolic DVD, and they put on their Instagram or messaged people who had pre-ordered it that they weren't sure if they were going to get enough stock to fulfill all the pre-orders, and this sent me into a terrible spiral. I emailed them though recently, and they seemed confident. Mine is tied up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Arrow box set.
Okay.
But I think maybe that is being delayed because they don't have Hard Boiled yet, but they did seem like they were going to get it, so I can rest easy.
The only reason I ask is because The Killer and Hard Boiled are the same, like, style of set.
Sweet. Yeah. It's like a really beautiful, thick cardboard case around a standard jewel case.
Yeah.
I guess, Sam, what better segue packaging than into my mouth of madness?
Oh, no.
I think maybe we've talked about this before on the show as like a possibility, a possible future path for the two of us, but out in the world exists from various companies on Amazon mostly, I think, but Vinegar Syndrome offers a version of this. They make plastic cases to go around a Blu-ray case. Mm-hmm. So like you can put a slip-sleeved Blu-ray inside of a protective case. And I had always known this was out there and knew that it would be a problem and that I should never put a toe down this path.
So what'd you do?
I put a whole leg down this path, Sam. Basically, you know, you order like a pack of 10, for example, and they come flat, and then you like unfold these plastic cases that are, how would you describe them?
It's a harder plastic than the plastic case you'd put around vinyl, like a plastic sleeve that you'd put around a vinyl, but the idea is the same, where any wear and tear kind of gets transferred to the plastic and not either the record or the movie itself.
Yeah, it's like a rigid plastic sleeve that you like seal the Blu-ray inside of. So I got a couple steelbook versions because those frankly are the most susceptible to damage.
We talked about this off mic a little bit, but that's where I'm at. I bought enough to cover my steelbooks. I'm sure this will unravel a nightmare of some kind. For right now, I am sticking with getting all the steelbooks in the cases because those, as you just said, the art will rub off on those. Like the cases, the steelbooks themselves are very susceptible to damage.
Yeah. And you like unfold this flat case, you make it like this, you shape it, you know, to the size of the Blu-ray, and then you put the Blu-ray case inside of it, seal up the top and the bottom, and then this is the best part. This is the most addicting part. At first I was like, okay, this looks okay. It's like pretty transparent, but not perfect. And then I realized that there is like a cellophane
Oh, yeah. You didn't know this?
wrap around each one. And so you peel off this layer, this thin layer of translucent skin, revealing perfectly pristine, crystal clear plastic underneath it. And it just makes everything look so good and safe and clean and addicting. So I am now down the path of putting my slip-sleeved 4Ks into these and my steel books. And I'm also like, how do I get sizes for Aero boxes? How do I get sizes for Criterions? How do I get one for myself so I can seal myself away forever?
You should definitely look at Vinegar Syndrome for more of like the boutique package sizes. Because Vinegar Syndrome itself has so many strange sized movies.
Yeah.
They have a lot of protectors that are the size of those movies.
Okay.
However, when I was doing a search for them on Amazon, I found a company that made different sizes and they specified on the page. Like one of the sizes that I bought was 4 steel books with a slip sleeve, like anything that you get from Lionsgate Limited.
Isn't that what I got? I got the non-slipped steelbook version from the same company.
Mm-hmm. But so they at least make 2 different ones.
That company is called Malco, Malko. And like I said, I got slip cover, regular Blu-ray sized and steelbook sized, and I recommend them a lot. They're, when you're multiplying how much they cost by the size of our collections, they're a terrible idea, but on their own, if you just wanted to do a few movies, it's pretty affordable.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I stuck with just doing steelbooks first. However, I had a couple standard size from Vinegar Syndrome from various orders, like throwing 1 or 2 on an order over the past couple of years that I hadn't really used. So the other day I was going through my collection and I was just putting any standard movie that is like really rare or hard to find now. I just put it in one of those. So like The Rock is in one of those at this point.
Hell yeah. So yeah, just when you think you can't get any worse, can't get any crazier, it can.
My only confession is a copy of True Detective Season 3 that I bought off of eBay that was still sealed and was $13.
Damn.
Advertised with slip as well.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So finished up True Detective Season 1, loved the rewatch. The Blu-rays look great. I don't have access to HBO anymore. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I would like to watch True Detective Season 3. $12, that's a steal.
I've mentioned on the show that we're watching Mad Men on Blu-ray. Did you know, Sam, that they just put it on HBO Max? It's like a 4K, restoration or transfer or something on the streaming service. Mm-hmm. There's like a very famous scene in the first season where one of the characters goes out to lunch and has like tons of oysters and martinis. And then they get back to the office and the elevator isn't working. So they have to take like, I don't know how many, 30 flights of stairs or something up this skyscraper. And he gets up to the office and just pukes like a geyser of oysters and martini. But apparently in this new restoration, they like either didn't crop in far enough or didn't paint out or something, like the guy on the side of the frame with like the puke hose.
Are you kidding me?
And there may even be other examples of things like that I'm not sure if that's just the problem or whatever. But at first I was like, damn, they have it in 4K on HBO. And now I'm like, fuck you. I have it on Blu-ray without the guy on the side of the frame.
This is exactly what we're talking about in every episode. Physical media or bust. It's so lame that can happen. Now, however, on the other side of that,
you don't have to put it in a plastic case.
Well, there's that, but also I was watching Batman Returns last night, brand new 4K disc. I have acknowledged the issue with my player before in the past, where normally if I have a 4K playing, it'll freeze at one point in the movie. I eject the movie, put it back in, and it works fine. This Batman Returns disc stopped like fucking 6 times.
Oh my God.
To the point of I almost took money out of savings to just buy a new Blu-ray player last night. And I was like, that's psychotic. Don't do that. But now I'm like, I'm going to go buy another fucking copy of Batman Returns.
You think it's an issue with the movie?
I think it's completely an issue with the movie. My player has never done what it did last night.
No smudges or anything on it?
There's like a tiny scrape against the disc, but I don't know why that would make it stop in 6 different places.
I was watching our title for next week last night, which is a Criterion, and I've never seen this happen before, but there was one shot where like halfway through the shot, the sound kept going, but it like freeze framed for like 4 frames. And to the point, and then I rewound it, didn't do it again. And I rewound it like 45 times to make sure it didn't do it again. And to the point where it was so subtle that like, I almost wonder if I imagined it, but like, I know I didn't imagine it. Like I am very susceptible to like stuff like that. I know when I see something wrong, and it was probably just was like a piece of dust or something, but it freaked me out.
Yeah, it's very frustrating, especially like I'm watching the movie with somebody who's never seen it before, and then that whole like, okay, well, I ejected it. And normally when my player has an issue, I eject it, put the disc back in, and rewind it like 10 seconds to make sure it just plays through the entire scene smoothly.
Yeah.
And it couldn't do that.
Do you have 2 Blu-ray players? Do you have one on your PS5?
I have a PS5, so I'm going to check that after recording. I'm going to check the disc in that one.
Yeah.
I didn't have the energy to do it last night, but very frustrating, you know, and like, yeah, other things can happen with streaming, like buffering or your internet going out and stuff like that. But it kind of got me down on physical media for a hot second last night.
It can happen. It is really helpful having 2 players, though, so you can figure out if it's the disc.
Well, the nice thing is that currently on Groove, which I've been calling Gruv.
Groove.com, Gruv.
Groove.com, there is a 3 for $40 4K sale, and Batman Returns is one of those.
Oh, nice.
As well as Companion, which I don't have that I've wanted.
Cool.
And I'm just kind of between, do I upgrade Jurassic Park?
Yes.
Do I buy new for the first time 40-year-old virgin and or the Green Mile?
I think you should upgrade Jurassic Park.
Really?
Yeah. The first one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, you're just like upgrade over new title every time.
I am that way. I guess especially if it's like Jurassic Park 1, you know, that's like a desert island pick. You got to upgrade the classics.
I don't necessarily disagree with you, but also the Blu-ray of Jurassic Park looks fucking great.
The colors, though, look better on the 4K. It's like not the best 4K of all time, but all those saturated costumes and things look really great.
I don't know if it's kind of a shitty 4K, but you should definitely upgrade it.
Don't you want to see Alan Grant's shirt just like a little bit bluer?
I want to see those khakis a little bit more khaki.
I'm trying to think if I have any other confessions for you, Sam.
Yeah, I got it's not really a confession because it's just a package being sent my way, but my copy of The Killer and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and that limited edition Possession from Second Sight, that's all on its way to me right now.
Ooh, interesting. I ordered Possession, but I don't know if that's showed up or been sent yet. I'm wondering maybe the other Second Sights aren't out yet. I think I got Reanimator.
Did you get the big box of Possession or not?
I did, yeah.
I think it was on Orbit's Instagram. There was like a quick video of like 9 billion copies of Reanimator. So that might have just dropped.
Okay. I went to Amoeba to get Anaconda. I like took a bunch of stuff down to trade in for Anaconda. And they had never heard of it. I mean, they've heard of Anaconda, but they were like, this 4K is not in our system. I ended up having to get it off Orbit.
I happened to be at Music Millennium the day that it came out. Oh, God, that's actually my other confession that I have to make. But I happened to be at Music Millennium the day that it came out, and it was also not there. I couldn't find any information about it. It's a very strange release because it got announced a couple months ago, and then any news of it kind of fell off the planet, and then it just quietly dropped the other day.
Still available as of recording. I was like, oh my God, I have to buy it right now because I was worried it was like super limited or something.
Well, and we've seen it recently, like Small Soldiers just got a non-steelbook release. Like these studio movies seemingly will get non-steelbook releases. It's just a couple months, maybe a year down the line.
Right.
My in-person confession. I need to start this off with saying I recently listened to the Rewatchables episode on Snake Eyes, the Brian De Palma movie, which we have also done on this show. I was like wondering if they highlighted any parts of Snake Eyes that we didn't really talk about. And they didn't really, but man, Van Lathan talks about how good Carlito's Way is for like 10 minutes. And I was like, I actively think Carlito's Way sucks.
You're wrong.
But maybe I need to rewatch it. And then I was at Music Millennium, and sitting right there was Carlito's Way, big box, Arrow limited edition. And next to it was a sealed, but like used copy of Scarface on 4K in a steelbook for like $20. And I was like, all right, I guess I'm going through a De Palma rewatch at this point. So let me know when you want to do Scarface and Carlito's Way.
I have them both on 4K. They're both awesome. And I wish you, the best time of your life. Sean Penn and Carlito's Way.
That hairpiece. The only thing I can remember about Carlito's Way is Sean Penn's hairpiece.
You're going to start Carlito's Way and his VO is going to come on, Pacino's, and you're going to lose your mind, dude.
Because it starts with like him in a subway getting shot, right?
Yeah. A subway station, not a sandwich restaurant.
That'd be even better.
Kimberly's here, our fantastic producer. Good morning, Kimberly.
Good morning. I'm being hunted by a mosquito in December.
Remember that mosquito movie we watched, Sam? What was that called?
Mosquito.
Who put that out?
Synapse.
Oh my God, Mosquito.
Within like the first 20 minutes, we were all like, this is the best movie ever made. And then 30 minutes went by and we were like, this is the worst movie ever made. And it ended on, it's not a good movie.
Yeah.
But holy crap, there are some good deaths.
Okay, it's 1992. And where are we? Gotham City, baby.
Oh, man.
Talking Tim Burton's sequel to the 1989 original Batman. This movie was not something I saw in the theater. I assume you didn't either, Sam. We were little tykes still.
I did not see this in theaters, but I remember so much of the advertising and it being such a big thing culturally. Like the Cobblepot for Mayor posters that you see all across Gotham City, those were like billboards and bus stop ads. And I believe McDonald's had a Happy Meal.
Oh, big time. Big Happy Meal presents.
Yeah. We had a Batman Returns like plastic cup, I think from either Burger King or McDonald's. And
Fuck yeah.
We had another one that had that poster of the Penguin on it.
I know. It's like, I don't know how old I would have been when I finally saw this. I mean, I was 4 years old when this came out. I guess maybe I saw it like right when it was sort of hitting home video. I guess that would maybe make sense.
We had Batman 89 on VHS, and I remember watching that a lot as a kid. But for whatever reason, I wasn't able to see this one, maybe because of like the sheer sexuality of Michelle Pfeiffer in it.
This movie is so inappropriate for children.
Yeah.
But also the best.
Yeah. It's amazing how weird this movie is.
I would argue that Batman 89 is just as inappropriate, but less sexual and more just kind of like terrifying.
Yeah, for sure.
That scene where she gets the Joker gas when she's reading that commercial on the news and then falls backwards and her face is like in a crazy smile. That scene scared the crap out of me when I was a kid.
I mean, those are both movies that like every time I watch them now, I remember the parts I had to fast forward.
Yeah.
Like Jack Nicholson revealing his face, the doctor revealing his surgery on him or whatever. And then I'll talk about the Batman Returns ones, but there's more in this one.
You think so?
From what I remember, I just remember like watching this on VHS with my parents and Molly just being like, shut your eyes. Like you can't see Catwoman getting licked by 100 cats. Like that freaked her out. She wouldn't let me watch that. She wouldn't let me watch the Penguin eating the fish, biting the nose.
There's way more grotesquities in this.
Yeah.
But I just think that, I don't know, they're both pretty silly ultimately.
Yeah, but I think they're like a perfect homage and yet such a dark twist of the original series of Batman. Like the Kapow ones, like the 60s ones, which also has a great Catwoman. But he takes it to another level. I remember every scene so vividly.
I think part of that is because it's, again, like incredibly designed sets and a great setting and setting it against Gotham City, which is so black and then it's just covered in snow the whole time.
I mean, yeah, that choice is just...
It's
genius.
Perfect.
It's genius.
This movie starts off with a act of terror in Gotham City that is led by people in carnival gear. They come out of a giant present and then it's like clowns who are rolling around and like throwing people through plate glass windows.
And this is all during a Christmas tree lighting ceremony, like Rockefeller Plaza style.
Apparently, like 70% of the Warner Brothers lot was Gotham City while shooting this movie.
Fuck.
I mean, yeah, it feels like it. Like it's these massive production design, like Blade Runner style, just huge sets that so much detail, a lot of extras.
Apparently, Michelle Pfeiffer would often be a little late because she would like get lost going to set because they would move the city around so much, which is just awesome.
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer plays Selena Kyle, who, when we first meet her, is sort of like a klutzy, overwhelmed assistant to a guy named Max Schreck, who's played by...
Shrek?
I think it's Shrek.
Max Schreck, played by Christopher Walken with the craziest white hair you've ever seen. He looks so awesome in this movie.
He looks
Talk
so
about
good.
hairpiece.
And like eye makeup.
Yeah.
And he looks so good and crazy.
Insane eyebrows.
He's like the embodiment of the color palette of the movie.
Yeah.
It's so great.
The other leading role in this movie is Danny DeVito as Oswald Cobblepot, also known as the Penguin.
Insane prosthetics.
The first thing I think of when I think of Batman Returns is the opening, which just is one of my all-time favorite credit sequences. It starts out with like a cold open of a man waiting for his child to be born in a mansion, played by Paul Rubens.
Pee Wee Herman.
He's looking out the window into like the cold winter night, lit by a warm fire from inside. You hear the baby born, and then everybody starts screaming in the other room at the appearance of this child.
Yeah.
And these parents, the Cobblepots, put their baby, soon thereafter into like a black Rosemary's Baby looking stroller, take him out into a snowy park and drop the carriage into a river leading into the sewers. The camera, as you hear this baby crying, this deformed baby who you never see.
Well, you see him in like a cage at one point.
You see his hands,
You
right?
just see his little flipper
yeah.
hands.
Flippers, yeah.
And he eats a cat.
So funny.
And the camera is floating on this little river behind this carriage.
Wow, this amazing Danny Elfman music is sending us with it.
Yeah, and it goes into the darkness of the sewer tunnel, and so does the camera, like into a full blackout. And then like the Warner Brothers Presents comes on, and it's just, and then
So
it's like an
good.
entire credit sequence of this thing traveling through the sewers to Danny Elfman's, new score, basically.
This is a movie that's early in both of their careers to an extent, Tim Burton and Danny Elfman, and it's somehow the most Danny Elfman score ever and the most Tim Burton movie ever. Like, while he's still good.
Yeah, like the German expressionism used in this movie is so fun.
When they're like kidnapping kids at the end of the movie, like the easy way would just be like kidnap a kid and like put it in a sack or whatever. But in the Tim Burton version, it's like a guy riding a tiny train down the street with like cages attached to the back of it on train cars.
And his monkey.
Yeah. And again, carnival gestures, like breaking into houses and stealing babies to put them in these, like in this train cage. It's so funny.
Yeah, so Oswald Cobblepot, when he grows up, becomes Danny DeVito, aka the Penguin, and he lives in the sewers of Gotham underneath like a defunct Arctic exhibit in the Gotham Zoo. So it's like a seal tank, basically, or it's penguin tank with like an icy kind of lake it's underground, but it's like, it was once like an auditorium.
Have you ever been to the Shed Aquarium?
Yes.
You know where they do the dolphin show?
Yeah.
It looks exactly like that. But the whole zoo is shut down, right? Like the whole zoo is defunct.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And at some point, like between being a baby and being the current timeline, Oswald Cobblepot, he has commandeered like an army of circus performers, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think we're led to believe in like the very few scenes of Bruce Wayne / Batman doing any detective work, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're led to believe that Cobblepot was a performer in this circus for a while.
Right.
Met these people and then would like eat and kidnap some children. So the circus eventually got shut down and he gave these like quote unquote freaks a place to live.
Right.
Yeah, his army of freaks he like gathered.
And, one of the interesting things about this movie is like Batman is not in it very much.
I would argue that he is the fourth lead of the entire movie.
It
Takes like 30 minutes to even get to him.
Which I would also argue makes the middle of this movie feel very long.
Yeah, it definitely drags. It
Without
gets
a doubt.
A little meandering.
And there's too many endings.
Uh-huh.
Agreed.
But the absence of Batman and the focus on these other characters, I love.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an amazing kind of excuse to make a completely like different movie. You know, it's like one of those sequels, which often are like the most interesting types of sequels.
I think the thing that I could have used more of in this movie in general is Bruce Wayne. Not necessarily Batman, but I think I would have liked Bruce in more scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a little heavy in the Penguin territory, in my opinion.
There's like one too many scenes between Penguin and Shrek.
However, there's not enough Catwoman or maybe there's just the right amount because she is so goddamn good in this movie.
There's not enough Catwoman.
She steals the show. I was so obsessed with her in this movie.
Did you know that she wasn't the first cast, Kim?
Yeah, it was Annette Bening.
Yeah, she got pregnant and she had to drop out.
Yeah. Well, apparently they had to vacuum seal Michelle Pfeiffer into that fucking Catwoman
I mean, it
suit,
looks like it. She is so like pinched in. It's insane, but she looks fucking amazing.
It's like a Mylar black skin tight jumpsuit with a face mask, and then it's covered in white thick stitching in like all these crazy sort of curving lines around her body, and she has a whip.
And guess who dressed up as her at 10 years old in that I tried to get that exact same outfit, but I was also 10.
Kath wasn't vacuum sealing you into that fucking outfit?
Damn, 10-year-old me would have been in love with you back then. Yeah, but it's a trade-off. It's like you get such really interesting, rich scenes between these side characters. Like Penguin going to the graveyard is like just so amazing. Like looking for his parents, finding their headstone.
Without a doubt, I just don't think I think that scene's incredible. I don't think you need a bunch of scenes of him like writing down kids' names. That whole subplot is bad.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of unnecessary. Like we never go anywhere with that.
Like the whole reveal is that he was writing down the firstborn sons of Gotham's finest so then he can kidnap them. Just kidnap the fucking kids. Who cares?
Sure.
Sam really wants to kidnap some kids.
in my choo-choo train.
Yeah. Just shove them in a bag. According to Sam.
McCready in the front seat. So Michelle Pfeiffer, Selena Kyle, like we said, is the assistant to Max Schreck. And he's basically like lobbying to build a power plant that will secretly be sucking all the power out of Gotham. And, he'll be profiteering from it.
It's crazy how many bad guys in the 90s are now just Donald Trump.
Yep.
Another movie that I was watching last night and I was like, okay, so our president like openly does this all the fucking time now. But this is crazy to me.
Selena Kyle basically uncovers the truth about this, and Max Schreck pushes her out of a window, a high-rise window from their office. She falls through a bunch of canopies, cushioning, slowing her down, lands in a snowy alley, and is immediately licked back to life, basically, by 20, 30 street cats, alley cats. This was the first scene I had to close my eyes for.
This is how I wake up every morning, too.
She then goes home back to her apartment and basically is like reborn and has a real fuck it attitude and like a new voice, honestly. Like her voice like drops.
It's from all that milk she pounds when she gets into her apartment.
She then destroys her apartment.
And in doing so is ripping apart her closet. And that's when she finds this like long black leather jacket in which she starts to turn into her Catwoman costume.
To me, this transformation is so interesting because she's basically ridding herself of her feminine identity in this world and is like throwing her cuddly stuffed animals into the drain, which is hilarious.
Into the garbage disposal
and grinding them and like throwing her answering machine around, which she lives by, and knocking like her neon sign, which says hello there.
Yeah, she has a big neon sign in her room that says hello there, and she knocks out the O and the T, so it says hell here.
It's so good. And then she makes her costume, and she uses a thimble with
it's like a sewing needle?
Sewing needle to make her claws. It's very fun to watch. And then becomes Catwoman, and she feels, as she tells the cats, "Ooh, I feel yummy, Miss Kitty," which is her cat.
And it cuts, you see her for the first time camera cuts outside of the apartment building and it's looking into the window and you see her step into basically a silhouette in that neon sign. So you don't get quite a full look at her yet, but
it's iconic. It's so
iconic.
good. It's so goddamn good.
And, you know, just like the imagery of the three of them together, Batman, the Penguin, and Catwoman, happens a few times throughout the film against the snow. You know, like Batman's obviously all black. She's black and white with the stitches, and the Penguin is black and white. The contrast, especially on this disc, is just like the texture, the richness of all the designs. It's all real. Very, very little digital work in the movie. Like, that was pretty new at the time. There's a couple things, but for the most part, it's all miniatures and practical set design. It's truly one of the great 4Ks, I think.
4K is so interesting. I mean, any, you know, high quality transfer can be very interesting because there are times where it's almost too good. Like at the very end, when the penguins are laying the penguin to rest.
I noticed this. Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, how have I never noticed that's just like 6 people in penguin costumes walking out?
And the board he's like rolling down on, you can see it pulled away underneath him as he goes into the water, which I never had seen before.
It's great. And it doesn't take me out of the movie, but I just started cracking up at one point last night where I was like, man, can you imagine it's your day on set? They're like, here's your penguin costume.
Let's suit you up now.
Yeah, now waddle down this ramp, please.
But there are a lot of real penguins in this.
Oh,
There's
without
a lot of animatronic penguins.
It's crazy. The amount of care and budget that goes into these penguins is out of control. I couldn't believe it.
I know you mentioned too many endings, Sam, but like the climax is really great.
So what do you consider the climax?
I mean, the Penguin sends out all of these penguins that are strapped with cartoon-looking rockets on their back, missiles, which is the toys we mentioned earlier. The missiles are then like redirected to fire onto the penguin's lair, and Batman is in there, Catwoman's in there, Shrek's in there, and the Penguin in this subterranean auditorium we mentioned. And so this zoo, this frozen zoo that's all miniatures, is getting bombarded with missiles, incredible explosions, and then you're like underground in this arena with them, and there's sparks flying everywhere, like the ceiling's coming down. Catwoman is basically on a mission to kill Shrek. Batman's trying to stop her because Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle, by the way, have like basically fallen in love.
Dude, the reveal when they realize it's the two of them in the masks is incredible.
Michelle Pfeiffer gets like tears in her eyes and she's like, should we start fighting?
Do we have to start fighting?
Yeah, do we have to start fighting? Oh, it's so good.
So good.
What, at the masquerade?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to talk about the masquerade, but we'll get there.
Well, we're already at the ending. Let's go back.
But anyway, I mean, so you consider that, Kurt, as the climax. What do you think it is, Sam?
I think it's tough because there are so many intersecting parts. And then from that part, which is the climax that I like love, when they're in the zoo. And then when the Penguin sends the carnival people out to get the kids, it really loses me there. Like, I really don't enjoy that part of the movie other than seeing more of these incredible sets that got built for it.
Right.
I would have taken 2 more scenes with Selena and Bruce or Catwoman and Batman together over some of the Cobblepot stuff.
Exactly.
The Cobblepot scenes where he's getting introduced to his campaign office, like Shrek brings down the Penguin from like his upstairs loft area into this campaign office, and he's eating a raw fish. He's like giving him like something to do, but like a treat to like get him to come downstairs. He's eating a raw fish. He's got like black like ooze coming out of his mouth all the time, the Penguin. I mean, he is like so nasty. And he does this thing where it's so insane. This movie is like technically like a kid's movie. He sees a woman and he just like goes up to her. He's like, every time he talks, it's like between words, he's like, It's so inappropriate.
He's like, let me put a button on ya. And he's like,
it's incredible. He is so good in this movie, Danny DeVito.
He's so good, but there's just too much of him.
I need to know if you recognized this. There is a henchman in the Penguins group. He's a bigger guy. He's got clown face paint on. And at one point, he's like, Mr. Penguin, isn't that a little fucked up? Or isn't that a little messed up? And then Penguin shoots him. I'll give you $20 right now if you can tell me what that actor's from.
Whoa. I have seen him before.
I know what he's from. I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I don't know.
We've done it on the show.
We've done it on the show. End of Days.
Nope.
Collateral Damage.
I wish. We haven't even... Have we done Collateral Damage?
Yes,
Yeah,
Sam.
we did.
I'd recommend you go listen to it, but don't bother.
His name is Travis McKenna, and he is the big door bouncer from Roadhouse.
Whoa.
Oh.
When Patrick Swayze is like addressing the crew and he's like, I just want you to be nice. Travis McKenna goes, okay, and kind of rolls his eyes.
Okay.
He's in a lot of Roadhouse. I mean, he makes it through to the end. There was a shot and I was like, fuck, dude, is that guy from Roadhouse? And then when he got shot later, I was like, $1,000, that is the guy from Roadhouse. Looked him up immediately.
I mean, one of the amazing things about the Penguin is he's got all these umbrellas and they're like different weapons, basically. So he's got like a shotgun that kills this guy with his umbrella. Some of them are helicopter blades that he can fly around on. Just perfect toy shit, you know?
One's a knife. Do you know if the success of this movie kind of helped pave the way for Batman the Animated Series? Because doesn't it start the next year?
I have no idea. I'm looking now. I also assume that I started with that as a Batman fan. I really do think that I saw that way before I saw, maybe not way before, but, you know, before I even saw the 89 one.
Mm-hmm.
It's all hard to say, but certainly that was my entry point. That started on September 5th, 1992. This movie came out on June 19th, 1992.
So probably not directly related to, but
I would say strategically timed.
yeah. Well, especially just the look of Gotham, like what Kim was saying earlier with all the German expressionism in the Tim Burton versions. So much of that aesthetic is brought into Batman the Animated Series, where it's this weird Gotham City that could somehow be the 30s, 50s, and present day.
Isn't it Danny Elfman's theme song the same thing?
Mm-hmm. Where do you stand with it between 89 and Batman Returns? Which one do you like better?
I like Batman Returns better.
Interesting. Okay.
And I love Jack Nicholson so much. Like, he's, you know, probably my favorite actor. I just find the aesthetics of this movie so pleasing. I think there's just something about it being Christmas and the simplicity of the locations. Like, they return to this town square constantly in this movie.
Yes. It is my favorite setting.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. It's so built out. It's just like a big soundstage. And then the Penguin's underground lair. You know, the Batcave isn't in it that much, but it's so good. Wayne Manor is so good. When you first see Bruce Wayne, I mean, it's like a meme at this point, but it's so amazing that he, like, there's this shit going down during the tree lighting ceremony. They cut to Commissioner Gordon and he's like, put the signal up. They cut to the exterior of Wayne Manor, which is just like in this dark, cold night. You see the bat symbol in the sky light up above it, and it cuts to Bruce, and he's just sitting in the dark alone, thinking.
Like contemplating, yeah.
In all black, like turtleneck. Then the light shines on him, and, you know, he stands up in this like heroic pose and looks out the window in this like high angle looking down on him. And it's just such a great entrance, and it's such a somber first shot of Bruce Wayne. The Batman stuff is just so simple in this, but it's, I just love the way he looks so much.
The suiting up scene is so great when he goes down to the Batcave, puts his hand in that fish tank to turn on the light in the tiny manor in the fish tank, and then it opens a... Dude, what is Tim Burton's obsession with Iron Maidens?
Seriously.
That guy cannot get enough of them. I mean, I guess it's like truly one of the craziest man-made inventions ever. It's a giant metal coffin with spikes in it that you just put somebody in. Like, what?
The Sleepy Hollow one's so scary.
The Sleepy Hollow one. There's one in this one that he gets to the Batcave through.
I love it's not the only way down. Alfred's like, I'll take the stairs.
Yeah, truly. His run of movies, 85 is Pee-wee's Big Adventure, 88 is Beetlejuice, 89 is Batman, 90 is Edward Scissorhands, 92 is Batman Returns, 94 is Ed Wood, 96 Mars Attacks.
Unreal.
And then 99 is Sleepy Hollow, and you can pretty much end it there.
It should be noted that the designer of this is different than the first one.
Interesting. Okay.
It's the production designer of Edward Scissorhands, which he did, like you said, between Batman 89 and Returns. Bo Welch is his name.
So much of Edward Scissorhands is in Batman Returns as well, in terms of design.
The Batmobile's so sick in this.
Yeah, but that's the same one as the first one.
Not quite, though, because there's a scene where Batman is being like chased and he's heading toward like a super narrow alleyway that there's no way the Batmobile will make it through. And then the sides of the Batmobile just blow off and it turns into like a torpedo-shaped car that can drive through this thing. Did you have that toy?
No.
I definitely had that toy.
My friend Danny Short had that toy. You press the button and the things shoot off the sides.
Sides shoot off, yeah.
Dude, if you don't think that Christopher Nolan watched that scene 150 times while he was making the Bat Pod, you're out of your mind.
Oh, yeah.
You know what toy I had that I don't think was tied to either Batman 89 or Batman Returns, but it came out in that wave of toys around these movies? It was a little bat plane that looks a lot like the bat plane from 89, so maybe it was. But you could take the wings of it off, kind of like your Batmobile toy. Like the wings of it came off, and it was a little car then, but you could attach both the wings together, and then it was like a flying suit for Batman.
Fuck yeah. The best.
I hope my mom got me that bat plane for Christmas this year, too.
I talked my mom into getting me a Batman the Animated Series Riddler, like sealed in the package off of eBay for Christmas a couple years ago, and she, I think, was so disappointed in me. I was like, isn't it cute? This is like what you used to get me for Christmas. And she was like, you're a fucking loser. Incredible 4K. I listened to the commentary with Tim Burton, which was fun.
Okay, is it new or old?
I believe it's old.
Okay.
I believe it came out with maybe like an anniversary Blu-ray.
Do you have this movie as a standalone, or is it part of the Batman anthology?
Yes. There are two ways to get this. I have the standalone versions. Did you buy the box set?
Yes, but it seems like the covers are the same for all of them.
They are the same. Unfortunately, mine is slightly frustrating, my collection, because I have slips on Batman Returns and Batman Forever, but not 89 and not Batman and Robin.
That's a bummer. It's nice that like they were all slipless, but they all slide into a bigger case.
Yeah. So what are you going to do? You have to replace your whole box set?
No, I think I'm just going to replace Batman Returns. I'm going to quality control it on my PlayStation 5 right after this. And depending on what the results from that are, I will either just buy Batman Returns again or curse the day I was born and buy a new fucking Blu-ray player, apparently.
The box set was like $30, I think, on Black Friday on Groove.
I got it, I think, 2 Black Fridays ago.
Okay. Yeah, if people are interested, I would hold out for a sale on that box set. It's definitely the way you should buy it because the others are also fantastic transfers. I
texted Kurt a little bit about this offline, but Groove is incredible, and it's run 50-50, 50% Warner Brothers and 50% Universal, which is, I think, one of the reasons why titles go on sale so often, because it's just like studios trying to move product.
Mm-hmm. It's a wonderful Amazon alternative.
Yes, very much so. And I don't know if they actually price match Amazon, but prices are extremely similar between them.
So there you go. Batman Returns, the greatest Christmas movie of all time. Maybe second only to what we're doing next week, which is going to be a surprise.
I'm really excited now that I can like put Batman Returns into my Christmas movie repertoire.
Kim, did you grow up with this? You obviously did because you went for Halloween.
Yeah.
When did you see it?
Pretty young. I saw it. Yeah. It was
at home, though?
Yes. Didn't see it in theater, no.
I think we watched a taped version of this for a long time.
I wonder if you guys watched, like your family, Kurt, if they like recorded it off cable, so some of that stuff was edited out anyway.
Probably. It didn't stop my mom from fast forwarding, though.
Sure. We didn't own this on VHS, so we had Batman 89, but this was like, I remember going over to a friend's house and watching some of it, and my mom being like mad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's probably because the penguin keeps going.
It's crazy to me when you can, in a PG-13 movie from 1992, that penguin can look at Catwoman and go, just the pussy I was looking for.
Uh-huh.
Insane. Yeah, didn't she put a live bird in her mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. She puts the penguin's parrot in her mouth, or a little like...
No, it's like a little like parakeet.
What do you call it?
I don't know.
Parakeet. Yeah, thank you.
One of the coolest behind the scenes clips I've ever seen is Michelle Pfeiffer on set in the department store.
Yes,
And
with
she
the whip.
whips the 4 mannequins' heads off. And she did it in one fucking take. And Tim Burton calls cut and like runs
It's awesome.
onto her and gives her like a huge hug. And he's like, that was so great.
It's so good.
It's so cool because it's just like this little dorky dweeb Tim Burton like clearly had a vision for this, and that the fact that she could do it in one take, and they cut around it in the movie, but the first 3, those heads come flying off, dude.
I love so much when she's at the end of this film and has like half of her mask like ripped off and her blonde hair is sticking out.
Yeah.
Like all crazy from like her suit. That's such an awesome look. I, as a kid, can basically chart the end of innocent magical life, Santa Claus being real,
Yeah.
to the moment when my mom was like, what do you want from Santa? And I was like, I want Santa's little fucking elves to get to work on a custom action figure of Catwoman where I can, like, she can go from Selena Kyle to Catwoman. I want to be able to, like, take her mask off.
Yeah.
And Molly was like, I don't think they can do that. And I was like, well, they're his elves.
They
make
should.
toys.
Make them do
Why
that.
can they make the Batmobile and not that? Like, I'll draw you a picture.
Yeah.
And guess what? Guess what was not under the tree?
That is the most Kurt/Marty request ever. And you're still doing that.
Bunch of bullshit, if you ask me.
The thing, though, is they had that toy as a Batman figure.
They did.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Make me the Catwoman version.
And that
That's
that
unfair.
Batman figure was awesome. Yeah. Toy makers in the 90s were sexist, Kim.
Damn it.
Where's the Hot Toys Catwoman
Oh my
with her hair coming?
God. Did they
That would
do
be amazing.
Hot Toys Michelle Pfeiffer?
I don't think so.
Get out of town.
Should we start a toy podcast?
That's the Patreon.
Who would follow us to a toy podcast? Message us. Okay, Sam, before we go, it is time to put wishes out into the physical media universe for titles on formats that do not yet exist.
I wish for a Blu-ray or 4K of the animated G.I. Joe Resolute movie.
I wish for 1995's The American President on 4K. The American President is a 1995 political, romantic, not comedy, but drama, with Michael Douglas playing the president and Annette Bening playing an environmental lobbyist. They fall in love. He's a widower, and it's about him like seeking re-election and being in the public eye for a brand new romance. It's written by Aaron Sorkin and directed by, tragically, the late, great legend, Rob Reiner.
Our heartfelt condolences to Rob Reiner and his wife and their family. This is a man who is responsible for some of our favorite movies on this show, and The American President, which I think you've talked about maybe once on this show, Kurt.
I may have wished for it already.
Is one of his... It's crazy to not even say most popular, because it's like, it's not Stand By Me, it's not The Princess Bride, it's not Spinal Tap. These are all movies by the same person.
Or A Few Good Men, or When Harry Met Sally.
Or Misery.
Yeah.
During the recording of this episode, I got a text message from my mother that said her and my stepdad watched The American President last night.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, you know, it's just one of the saddest things that's ever happened. Rob Reiner was just so ubiquitous in, I feel like, everybody's film love lives, and just such an amazing actor too. I keep thinking about him in The Wolf of Wall Street as Leo's dad.
Yeah.
I mean, he was such a bright light. It was just somebody that popped up in so many different places that every time you saw him, you were just like, oh yes, like he's here. And The American President is fantastic. It's a real childhood favorite, a real, like, you know, I've talked about our cabin and watching movies on VHS up there as a kid, and it was a huge one for my family and I. So,
and luckily, a lot of those other titles that we have talked about are easy to find on physical media, whether it's Blu-ray, DVD, or 4K.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those titles already exist.
I think we've wished for it too, but when Harry Met Sally notably does not have a 4K either. It's a fantastic Blu-ray. We watched it just a few months ago, or a few weeks ago, really. Kim and I. There's a Shout version of it that's so good, and just would be a a no-brainer upgrade too. So
You think I should scoop or hold out?
I would say hold out.
Okay,
It's so beloved. There's no way that's not going to get a 4K.
sure.
G.I. Joe, Sam?
Okay, so it started as a web series in like the late 2000s. And it ran for, I think, 10 episodes on a website. But this was written by Warren Ellis, and it's like more anime inspired.
It ran on a website?
Yeah, it was like a web series. It's like an hour and 10 minutes altogether.
But it's an officially licensed G.I. Joe
Yeah.
production.
And it was
Okay.
an animated production, very much intended for people of like my age or older who grew up with 80s and 90s G.I. Joe. So it's like more adult themes, less about like Cobra just being like, we're bad guys taking over the world. And here are the good guys. There's like actual character development in it. It starts out with one of the G.I. Joe squad dying, and then kind of like stuff unfolds from that.
Cool.
And it was a great animated feature that existed on DVD and has kind of been lost to time now.
Who do you think would be the most likely to put that out?
I would hope for maybe like a Shout Factory. It was part of Adult Swim / Cartoon Network, so I don't know if they really have a deal with anybody. I know they've put out some of their own stuff. Do they have a streaming service?
According to an AI overview on Google, HBO Max is the primary streaming service for most Adult Swim shows.
Okay.
Yeah, here's hoping. That sounds cool. Okay, that is it for another episode of Physical Therapy, a movie podcast. A big thank you to Patrick Laban for our incredible music. Thank you to Kimberly for producing. Thank you, Sam.
Oh, yeah. And we're back next week. We're not revealing the title.
We'll be back next week after Christmas with maybe the most twisted Christmas movie of all time.
Little hangover December movie.
A very happy holidays to everyone out there. We wish you safe travels and joyous time with your families.
If you have the chance, please give us a like and subscribe to the show. That helps us reach other listeners. And if you're so inclined, give us a follow on our Instagram at PT Movie Pod.
We will see you next week.